My name is Lynne Russell, and I have been writing poetry and short stories for a very long time. So what I'm presenting today are poems that I have written through the years that very few have heard before. Over the years, my writing has come in spurts of poem after poem, and then I just stop, not truly knowing where I was going with all of that. When I wasn't writing, I still called myself a writer, though. I felt somewhat of a fraud. If you're not writing, how can you say that you're a writer? I was in that state when this poem or admission was written, and this is called Fraud. I'm a fraud. I say that poetry is my passion. My words bubble up onto the page like a soft drink shaken, producing rivers of lava foam. Words arranged and powerful pour forth in streams of never-ending babble. They wind and twist and splash. Colorful words wash my brain, fall in waves across the page. But I'm a fraud. I've closed the door to words that knock and rattle and twist inside me. I push them away with a day in and day out. I've trudged forward, not stopping to put down where my feet have stepped or my heart has stopped. Connecting only with the here and now, I've dulled my senses and left a wondrous, curious creature locked away. I've slammed the door on awe and illusion and walked away from the best part of me, my emotions on hold in a tangled web, leaving reality flapping in the breeze and imagination hung out to dry. I'm a fraud. I don't write anymore, I just live. The next two poems are from the first travels I had to the Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean in the form of a trip to Nantucket and Maui. I love them both very much, but they left me with very different emotions. The shore at Sconset. For the first time, as if through a child's eyes, I behold the vastness of the ocean. My ears hear the echoes of the ages in the pounding surf. My lungs fill with crisp air brought here from faraway places. I taste its salt on my lips. I kick off my shoes and roll up my jeans. For the first time, my feet sink ankle deep in sand, once tread on by ancient mariners. I pick up small stones, rubbed smooth by the relentless pounding surf. I move toward the waves and walk on sand packed tightly by the weight of the tide. For the first time, fingers of foamy white surf rush and touch my toes. The cold water sends a shiver up my back. Stronger, the next wave reaches my knees, nearly knocking me from my feet. As the wave ebbs, my heels sink deeply in the sand, and I feel the pull of the ocean. For the first time, I feel the ocean's rhythm. I breathe in deeply as the waves pound in, exhaling as they roll out. I feel its pulse and the timelessness of what I behold, its strength coursing through my veins. I walk away, turning back. I watch as the waves pound in, erasing my footprints from the shore. I am acutely aware of my own mortality. I've seen life through different eyes, and for the first time, I am not afraid. The next one is called Soul Music. The aloha spirit is felt in the shops of the village. The chords of the ukulele meet the voices of strangers as barefooted we gather in the tiny church. While surfers find the perfect wave in the deep blue ocean, they fight the forces of nature, arms and legs a counterpoint. They move with grace toward the shore. Crashing rays drum roll while birds play harmony with their song. As snorkelers move like bobbers, they float silently on top the water. Through their lens, they capture another world filled with life below. Maui seeps into your senses, gives wings to your spirit, touches your heart, ever aware that you have found your special place. Never goodbye, just aloha. And these I just call life poems just going in and out and observations as I go along. The first one is called 1967. 17 and dazzled, struck dumb from love, heart pounding, I walk on clouds and dream sweet dreams. I hung on for the ride that took me to a place where I felt safe, held tightly in strong arms. There was no need to soar. And then this is a try at writing rhyming poetry. It's called Illusions. Carefully mending the broken cup with tape and glue, she fixed it up. She ran her fingers around the seams as if shattered pieces of her dreams. Holding it close when she was through, she sees the cracks and tape and glue. But placed on a shelf and standing back, the cup looks whole without a crack. The illusions of wholeness is hard to see, far beyond perceived reality. People held together with tape and glue will fall apart and never be new. This next one is feeling life. I want to feel alive. I want the wind to smack me in the face and knock me off my feet. I want to feel alive. I want sounds to pierce my being with rhythms I have never heard. I want to feel alive. I want to run fast and free, my lungs gasping for air, ready to burst. I want to feel alive. I want to see colors so vibrant they send shockwaves to my very soul. I want to feel alive. This next one is called I Get It. I get it now. I don't hold back anymore. I let out that primal scream, almost, sometimes. I'm almost there. I see the mystery, the dance of life, the weaving and the bobbing, the ups and downs that whirl in my brain. Stronger all the time, I see the irony and the chaos. Every petal on a flower, sun-soaked and full-blossomed, bobbing and moving to a rhythm born on the wind. I get it now, and the joke's on me. Grasp the brass ring and smile, and laugh and break through barriers and hurdle over troubles and find peace. Don't fall to pieces. Next one is called definition. Fear is catching, but you cannot grasp it in your hand. Fear can grip you like a vice, but it has no arms to hold you. Fear can talk you out of doing, but it cannot speak. And this one is called Memories. The great door opens a crack. The bright sun sends a small sliver of light into the empty room, revealing its old dusty floors, boards wide and worn. She takes a breath, and with one great push, the door opens wide, slapping against the wall. Light fills the room, catching cobwebs in its path. Glowing silver threads like spun angel hair adds magic to this dreary place. The floor creaks as she steps inside. The heavy smell of dusk and dampness fills her nostrils. Her lungs work hard as they draw in the dank air. Long ago, this room was filled with laughter. Now it stands silent, bleak and barren. It holds no clues as to the lives that once felt safe behind its walls. The wind blows and the dust whirls in clouds above the floor. Shivers crawl up her spine, making her hair stand on end. Cradling her arms around her, she walks across the room, brushing cobwebs from her hair. She touches the wall once covered in brightly flowered wallpaper. Memories stir inside. Her lips begin to quiver. Tears fill her eyes and wash over her cheeks. Walking toward the door, she takes one last look. Closing her eyes, she sees the room as it once was. Not looking back, she walks away. And this one's called Sister Circle, born out of a writer's group. Our sister circle grows, Words, shared stories, connect us by threads woven together, one to another. A tapestry is revealed. Sparks, the synapse of our brain, connected hearts held open and bleeding. Trusting, our secret truths are shared, sister to sister. Tears shed, laughter abounds. Spirits renew, our fibers strengthen. We are one. And the last one is, I wrote about my son leaving the nest, and any mom can relate to letting go, and this one is called Leaving. I know you want to leave the nest. Shall I push you out with one big shove, wings flapping, struggling to soar to find your place? Would you come crashing down, dive bomb head first into the ground, or would your wings catch the wind and carry you up and beyond the boundaries of my universe into your own world, where you would take flight and alone on strong wings soar?